Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm excited to introduce our presentation titled Understanding the Power of Water. Today, we'll explore one of the most common natural disasters, floods. We'll look at what causes them, their impact, and how we can better prepare. So let's get started and dive into the fascinating and important world of water and its power. Floods can be truly devastating, both in terms of the financial impact and the toll they take on people's lives. When a flood occurs, homes can become uninhabitable very quickly, forcing families to leave their homes and face uncertain futures. One common cause of flooding is river overflow, which often happens during heavy rains or snowmelt when the water levels rise beyond the riverbanks. This kind of flooding is considered on a massive scale because it affects large areas and many communities at once. But even just a few centimeters of water, such as from a burst pipe, can cause significant damage, especially if it happens inside a building. It's a smaller scale problem, but one that can escalate if not addressed promptly. On the other hand, a burst pipe inside a home is like a tiny event that can lead to much larger issues if it isn't fixed, like a river's rage, which can flood entire neighborhoods and cause widespread destruction. The key point here is that floods, whether small or large in scale, pose serious risks and challenges. Understanding the different causes and scales of flooding helps us better prepare and respond effectively. This is a crucial part of the overall theme of flood risk management and resilience. So, one of the key reasons water levels rise is because of levee or dam breaks. When these structures fail, massive amounts of water can suddenly flood areas that are usually safe. It's a serious infrastructure failure that can have devastating consequences. Next, storm surges caused by hurricanes play a big role. These powerful storms push ocean waves onto land, dramatically increasing water levels along coastlines. Then there's the quick melting of snow in the mountains. When temperatures rise rapidly, snow turns to water fast, adding a significant volume to rivers and streams. Heavy rainfall is another major factor. When the ground is already saturated, it can't absorb water fast enough, leading to runoff and rising water levels. So, why does the water keep rising? It's a combination of these factors working together: structures failing, storms pushing water inland, mountains releasing snow quickly, and the ground's limited capacity to absorb heavy rain. All of these elements contribute to the overall risk of flooding, which is a central theme in understanding how and why water levels increase so suddenly and dangerously. Let's talk about flash floods, which are actually the deadliest type of flood out there. They're incredibly unpredictable and can be extremely dangerous. You might not see them coming, which makes them especially risky. Usually, they happen after heavy rainfall from slow-moving thunderstorms. The key thing to remember is that floodwaters can rise very quickly, often without any warning at all. This rapid rise can catch people off guard and lead to dangerous situations in a very short amount of time. So, understanding the speed and unpredictability of flash floods is crucial for safety. Essentially, a flash flood is a sudden, fast-moving surge of water that can cause a lot of damage in a matter of minutes. Recognizing just how fast and dangerous they are helps us stay prepared and cautious, especially during stormy weather. All right, let's talk about some examples of higher ground that can really make a difference during a flood. First, think about a nearby hill or an elevated area. These are natural options that can keep you safe if you need to move quickly. Another good example is the second-story floor in your home. If you're in a multi-story building, heading upstairs is often the safest place to be. Remember, when a flash flood warning is issued, the most important thing is to move to higher ground as fast as you can. Whether it's a hill outside or the second floor of your house, getting to higher ground can save your life. So, always stay alert for warnings and act quickly to reach a safe, higher spot. All right, let's look at this question about what can cause a flood. The options include a broken levee or dam, rapid snowmelt, heavy rainfall, and then the answer, which is all of the above. This highlights that floods can be caused by various natural events or human-made failures. For example, if a levee or dam breaks, it can suddenly release a large volume of water, leading to flooding. Rapid snowmelt occurs when warmer temperatures cause snow to melt quickly, overwhelming waterways. Heavy rainfall, of course, can saturate the ground and cause rivers to overflow. So, the key point here is that floods aren't caused by just one factor. They can result from multiple conditions working together. Now, moving to the next question, which asks about the most common natural disaster. The options are tsunami, tornado, earthquake, and the correct answer, flood. Flooding is actually the most frequent and widespread natural disaster worldwide. It can happen virtually anywhere and often has devastating impacts on communities and ecosystems. Recognizing this helps us understand the importance of preparedness and mitigation strategies for floods, which ties into the overall theme of disaster awareness and resilience. So, in essence, understanding the causes and most common types of natural disasters is crucial for developing effective responses and protecting ourselves and our communities. Now, one of the key roles of meteorologists is to provide advance warnings of flooding and severe weather. This helps communities prepare and stay safe before dangerous conditions arrive. To do this effectively, they use radar technology to predict where rain or snow will fall, giving us a clearer picture of upcoming weather patterns. Meteorologists are scientists who study and analyze weather data to understand how weather systems develop and move. Their work involves forecasting the future, which is crucial for everything from daily planning to emergency management. Overall, meteorologists play a vital role in keeping us informed and safe by predicting the weather and warning us about severe conditions well in advance. Today, I want to highlight how this tool forecasts severe thunderstorms and tornadoes, which is crucial for early warnings and safety. The benefit of using Doppler radar is that it provides detailed information about rainfall, snow, and hail amounts, as well as wind speed and direction. This level of detail helps us better understand what's happening inside a storm. Unlike standard radar, which mainly shows the location and movement of precipitation, Doppler radar measures how fast the particles are moving toward or away from the radar. This gives us insight into storm rotation and intensity, key factors in identifying potential tornado development. This advanced tool is essentially seeing the storm's heart, its core dynamics. By understanding these internal movements, we can predict severe weather events more accurately and respond more effectively. So, in the context of storm forecasting, Doppler radar is an invaluable asset that enhances our ability to keep communities safe. All right, let's talk about what you should do when you're facing a flood warning or watch. First, always bring your disaster kit with you. This means having essentials ready to go. If you hear "evacuate right now," that means it's urgent, so listen to adults immediately and follow their instructions without delay. Now, in the case of flooding, there are two key terms you need to understand: flood warning and flood watch. When there's a flood warning, it means flooding is already happening or will happen very soon. This is a serious alert, so you should be prepared to leave your home or the area at any moment. Listen to the radio for updates and stay informed about what's happening locally. On the other hand, a flood watch means flooding might happen soon. It's a heads up to be prepared and keep an eye on the situation. Knowing the difference between a watch and a warning is very important because it helps you understand how urgent the situation is. A watch means stay alert, be ready to act, but it's not happening just yet. A warning means you need to take action immediately because flooding is either happening or imminent. By understanding these terms, you can make smarter decisions and stay safe during flood emergencies. If water is rising to your ankles, the most important thing to remember is to turn around immediately and go the other way. Don't try to walk or drive through flooded areas because it can be much more dangerous than it looks. Always avoid flooded areas whenever possible. If you're in a building during a flood, move to the second story or find a nearby hill to get to higher ground quickly. And remember, if you see or hear that a flash flood is happening right now, take it seriously. A flash flood warning means you need to act immediately to stay safe. Don't wait, get to high ground right away to protect yourself. These situations can develop very rapidly, so staying alert and knowing what to do can make all the difference in keeping you safe during a flood emergency. Never drive or walk through floodwaters. It might seem tempting to try to pass through, but it's incredibly dangerous. Did you know that just 48 centimeters of water can float a car or even a bus? That's almost half a meter of water, enough to sweep away vehicles and put you at serious risk. And it's not just about floating objects. Fast-moving water can actually knock a person down. Even a small amount, like 12 centimeters of rushing water, can cause you to lose your footing and fall. The key safety message here is clear. The danger is real. Always remember, if you encounter floodwaters, turn around and don't drown. It's better to be safe than sorry. Stay alert, stay safe, and keep this critical fact in mind during any storm or flood situation. Let's clarify some common misconceptions. First, only hurricanes can cause floods. That's false. In reality, there are many types of storms and weather events that can lead to flooding, not just hurricanes. Next, when you see a flood warning, it's a serious alert. It means you should prepare to evacuate if necessary. That's true. It's a sign to get ready to move to higher ground or safer locations. Another key point is about Doppler radar. This tool is incredibly helpful for meteorologists because it helps predict severe weather, including storms that might cause flooding. So that's true as well. Finally, a common misconception is about flash floods. Some think they happen slowly, giving plenty of time to react. Actually, flash floods happen very quickly, often within minutes, and require immediate action. So remember, quick reactions can save lives during floods, and understanding these facts helps us stay safe and prepared. A few centimeters of fast-moving water can knock a person down, so it's really important to be cautious around floodwaters. Remember, only 5 warning signs mean flooding is already happening, so paying attention to those signals can keep you safe. Flash floods are especially dangerous because they happen quickly and unpredictably, often with little warning. That's why meteorologists use radar technology to study and predict weather patterns. Radar helps us see severe weather conditions like thunderstorms and hurricanes before they occur, which is crucial for safety. Doppler radar, in particular, is a powerful tool that allows us to track the movement of storm systems and provide early warnings. So, understanding how radar works and recognizing warning signs can make a big difference in staying safe during severe weather events. Let's talk about how you can help protect your family and community during floods. Being prepared to act quickly when a warning is issued can make all the difference in staying safe. Remember, floodwaters can be more dangerous than they look. Just 12 centimeters of moving water can knock you down, so it's crucial to understand the risks involved. Knowing the difference between a flood watch and a flood warning is key. A watch means conditions are favorable for flooding, so stay alert. A warning means flooding is imminent or already happening, and you should take action immediately. Now, as we wrap up, I want you to think about the 3 most important things you've learned today about flood safety. What are those key takeaways that you'll keep in mind? And finally, I want to leave you with a final question. What will you do to stay safe and help protect those around you? Because being prepared and informed is the best way to keep your loved ones and community safe from flood dangers.